Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharala. Kol Holoyim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakah Kodash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith in the works. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abai coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, and verse 4. It says, And Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right? We are those men. We are those men that are sighing and crying. Yahweh Shemel Shai Ratazah, we catch that mark of exemption because we definitely sighing and crying. We sighing and crying for everything we got to go through in this place, man. Right? I'm talking about this ain't living, man. For real, for real. This is not living at all. Right? Even the best of us, it ain't living, man, because you can't fully be you, and the real you should be, and it is, because we Yasharala, a nation, right? But mentally we've been divided from before the world began. But ultimately, the Most High gonna set that thing right to where we're a full nation again, and ain't nobody gonna stop that. But in the meantime, man, we got to deal with this place and everything that come with it. So, it's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2 and verse 17. It says, Therefore I hated life, because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me, for all is vanity and vexation of spirit. All of this world is vain. It don't mean nothing, man. It's all fake. It's all pseudo. But yet, we got to break our necks every day, right? We got to go hustle twice as hard as everybody else just to make ends meet. And a lot of us ain't even doing that. We just working to be working for real, for real. You working to be broke, right? And that ain't living, man, at all, man. That ain't living at all, right? You can't be yourself and be successful in this place because this place is against you. And it set all kind of traps and snares for you to ensure that you stay oppressed and stay at the bottom. This ain't living, man, right? This is sighing and crying that I'm doing, man, and I'm sure you are too. If you hearing this and you can understand and you can hear the truth, you sighing and crying too. Alright? Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we living in a world it's just not for us. Right? It ain't for us, and we come from our own, like we had our own everything, and now we got to go to our enemies and want all things, and they ain't making it easy at all. They ain't never made it easy. Right? Depending on how you look, you get labeled a certain thing. Then if you get labeled a certain thing, you get treated a certain way. If you get treated a certain way, that thing can follow you for however long, you know what I'm saying, it will. And if you're a real person, you're not going to want to switch up in order to receive this, that, and the third. Because why do you have to? Everybody else, don't nobody else have to. But why you do? Right? This ain't living, man. This ain't life. This is surviving. Right? This is getting by. Right? And go to the book of John. John chapter 12 and verse 25. It says, He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. That's the reason why this ain't living, because this ain't our world. Right? We living in somebody else's kingdom. No matter if you're in the daughter of Babylon or wherever you are, we don't have home here. We don't have a place that we can go back to and be like, you know what, I'm gonna just get away for a while and go back home, and I'm gonna go to the village. And when I get to the village, I ain't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying, clocking in and out at the job, or trying to hustle to make some kind of funds to pay rent or pay mortgage or pay whatever. I can just go back to the town, and what I'm saying, just clear my head. Then whenever I feel like, or if I feel like, I go back. We ain't got none of that. We just got to deal with it wherever we are. Just got to deal with it, right? And most I did that for a reason, right? It's because this is not our place of rest. This is a prison sentence, so it's supposed to be hard. But at the end of it, man, this is not living, man. For real, this is not living, right? Because the Most High told us this, right? Let me go to the book of Amos. Amos chapter 5 and verse 15. It says, hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that Yahweh, power of hosts, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. Right? So we're supposed to hate the evil, love the good, and we do. Right? Those of us that do, we do. But we living in a world that says this. Go to the book of Michael. Chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from off them and their flesh from off their bones. Now, this is speaking about Yasharallah, but still, we living in a world that hates the good and loves the evil, right? That love having a man work and work and work and work with no prospects of becoming anything other than whatever that job tell him he is, because of either a piece of paper or because of certain connections that he cannot receive because of who he is and where he come from. These individuals love to have us in these positions to have to beg, have to put on, and make feel comfortable. This is not living, man. Right? We living in a world that hates the good and loves the evil. Everything that's righteous and upright, it gets mocked and laughed at. But the more wicked you are, man, you may even get a movie at the end of the day. Somebody might write a book about you because you so vile and so wicked. That's this world that we living in, man. Right? And at the end of the day, man, Most High said this world that we living in will soon come to an end. And that's why we root and cheer every time we hear these different stories come on the news. When we hear about these different wildfires, and we hear about the wars, and we hear about the famines, it's because we understand the end of this place is the birth of ours, where we don't have to put on for nobody, right? Where we got riches. We ain't working for nobody. We ain't begging nobody for no gig. We ain't begging nobody for work. We ain't asking nobody to pay us our worth. We ain't going to no pseudo institution to receive a sheet of paper that tell us we know how to do something, spending thousands of dollars to do so, and at the end of the day, being unemployed. We ain't have to worry about none of that, right? So damn this world, man. Right? Straight like that. Damn this world. Most High willing, Yahweh Shem Ratazah, he button this thing down tomorrow so we can get back in our righteous estate. So I'll leave it at that. And how about Shem Yahweh Shai Ratazah? These presets in this video are edifying. Call Haloyim Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Harakakudah Shalom Yashala.